And now I want to split the polygon. To split the polygon, I have to select two vertices. I don't know, start here, drag and drop. Have to select, so it's a little bit of UI kind of code. You need to, okay, to select a vertex you need to click on it. That's the basic first action. Here you select a vertex. I will write that. It will help me to think while I'm talking. Select a vertex. But here, since we want to select one vertex and select another and then it splits, we have to tell the difference between selecting the first one and selecting the second one. To tell the difference, one way would be to, and the way I will probably choose it, to keep the index of the selected vertex. I could use the, let's see, yeah. Do I trust the instance index? I'd say no. No. I'd say no. We will create our own index, but it will probably mimic the, since instance index in instant ID, IID in the expression, they follow most of the time the order of creation, but I don't know about the destruction. I think it might offset the no, because they get recalculated. I don't know. I don't care. I don't want to rely on something I'm not sure I understand. So I will use my own indexed value and set it to loop index. How is it? Times 2 plus 1. I think it's the proper expression. Let's see. If loop index equals 0, I will have 1, so it's not correct. Yeah, it's like that. Here, this one will have loop index times 2, and this one will have loop index times 2 plus 1. What we'll get with that? Loop index 1. Here, I will draw over. So for first loop index, it's I don't remember how to change the maybe like that. No, that's the zoom. I don't remember how to change. I think it's yeah, like that. The size of the brush. So for index 0, first loop, this thing will equal 0. This things will equal 1. For index 1, this things will equal 1 times 2, 2. And thing 1 times 2 plus 1, 3. So basically, I will do the same for this one, 4, 5, this one, 6, 7. So the indexed value of the vertex will follow the order of creation of each object. And the second thing we can assume is that vertex which are on the vertex of the polygon have an even value. Vertices that are on the midpoint, here it's for the midpoint, calculate the average between the two the current vertex and the next one, they have an odd index. It will be super helpful to know that. We'll use the same modulo operator to know if a value is even or odd, because an even value is divisible by 2, and the modulo, if you put a number which is even modulo 2, it will always equals to 0. If it's not even, it will equal to 1. Okay, you don't need really, it's not super hard to understand the modulo operator, but you don't have to understand it. You don't have to know this if you want to use it. Anyway, here first we'll click here and we'll keep the index selected vertex. We'll keep the index of the selected vertex. So what will be the difference between I have selected a vertex and I didn't yet selected a vertex? The difference would be that the vertex select vertex wouldn't be set, and to have a value that represents I didn't select a vertex, I will use -1, since 0 already means the first vertex. The first I will change the name of that, because it's not only a vertex now, it's also a midpoint. So I will call that node. It's vertex starts when I'm talking now. It's starting to be misleading, so I will change that as well. Selected node and select a node. So now I can say when a node has its index even, it's a vertex node. If it's a node at its vertex odd, it's a midpoint node. And now, since the first node has its index value to 0, I can't use as an unset value, I can't use 0. I will create, just for the sake of semantic, unset, and I will set that to -1. That's kind of sad, I can't do that and set, because it's a string. I can't set a string to a number value, and I wouldn't want to set a string. I would want to set the constant itself. So for now I'm stuck to using that. That's not too bad. And when I click on a node, and when the selected node value is unset, that's why I use this constant, to be able to read like English. I click and it's unset. We are clicking on the first node. We know that. First node. Because we instantly set it to node.index. Now the next time we will click on a node, this event won't trigger, because it will be the second node. So here we'll be able to say split. Call function split with the parameter I will give it. Will I give it the index of the node? I think yes. I will give it the first node, which is selected node, and the second one, which is node.index. When I click here and I already selected the first node, it split with the first node index and the second node index. I will set that to first node. It's even better. First node index. I don't have a second node because I split and unselect them directly afterwards. First node equals unset. So now all the mechanism of the splitting will be contained in the split function. But you'll see it will get slightly more complicated. Unfortunately, it's not as straightforward as it might seem or not.